levels look similar.
Okay, there we go.
Let's turn it up just a little bit for both of us.
Hello.
Hello.
Test.
All right. Hello, everybody. We are back for another installment of Trek in the Valley, the podcast where we talk about Star Trek somewhere near Auto Row in Van Nuys. We're the number one Auto Row adjacent Star Trek, the original series recap podcast that does zero research.
Perfect.
I'm Adam Ordall-Quinnell. I'm here with my colleague.
Hi, this is Hirt.
Hirt. And I'll tell you what, we have got a banger. I was telling the audience.
Oh, yeah?
I can understand how it would be confusing.
I know. Yeah,
we are facing each other. Yeah. No, I get it. No, I was talking to them. I was talking to my dad. So we've got a banger of an episode today.
All right, yeah.
Because today is the day that we talk about Space Seed. What? Oh, shit.
We meet Khan.
Yeah, it feels like every week these last few weeks, I've been like, oh, this is one I've been waiting to get to.
There have been big episodes.
Like ever since Balance of Terror, it's just been like either a classic banger or something super goofy that's also a banger for being goofy. So this is the Space Seed episode. Of course, Al nailed it. We get introduced to Khan, a villain so great they just keep bringing him back. And last week, so this is episode 21 of our podcast, and it is the 22nd episode of the original series. You'll remember last week we spoke about the return of the Archons.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
With the Metrons. Slim Shady.
Yeah, and then the...
Great job on the beats on that.
Thanks.
Sounded great.
Also the, what is it called? No, wait, that's not the Archons?
Yeah.
The Archons is the one with the Red Hour and all that.
Yeah, that's the one we recorded on Wednesday, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then, no, the one with the Metrons, though, is Arena.
I don't know why I had Metrons on here. Oh, God. So, yeah, last week we spoke about the return of the Archons and Landru.
Yeah, Landru. That's the thing, yeah.
Landru, who comes back in an awesome fucking... Lower Decks. I can't remember if I talked about that last week, but it's great. So, yes, last week we talked about Return of the Archons. Goofy computer controlled a bunch of people. Today,
it looked like a projector.
Today we are discussing some serious shit.
Another great villain.
Yeah, Landru, back to back, Landru and Khan.
Yeah.
They didn't go back to Landru as often. Landru didn't change the history of Star Trek like Khan did.
They didn't seem very phased, especially the way Kirk leaves. I think he carries that arrogance in this episode, though, for
Landru!
sure. Because Kirk's just, what is it? Oh, yeah, it starts off by they find some signal right off of some ship. And Uhura's like, it's an old Morse code. And Kirk's like, I hear it.
Yeah, she's like, it's saying CQ. And he's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. We all hear it. We all know Morse code. Thank you very much.
Gee, isn't she your communications officer, man? Like,
we're putting the cart before the horse, though. This is the episode title is Space Seed. I've said it a million times already. The original air date was February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
1967. 1967.
Yeah, 67.
And the synopsis from Paramount Plus is Kirk meets Khan.
That's it?
A leader of Earth's eugenics wars of the 1990s. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But again, another great straightforward Paramount Plus synopsis.
What's a check-off check-in?
8 episodes.
8? Okay.
We are 8 episodes away. We really blew it. We should have had some music or something to play for the check-out check-in. We'll figure something out for we'll figure something out for Next Generation. So that's it. Now we're ready to get in. Oh, and next week we'll talk about that at the end. So, Al mentioned it. It starts like so many episodes do on the bridge. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that it doesn't start on a weird old building.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Because whenever I see a weird old building, I know this episode is going to have some slow parts.
Yeah.
But they find they're approaching a weird ship that they found, and Kirk doesn't think it could be a human ship because there's been no human ships in this area. Kirk's a dick to Uhura because she's saying that she's reading the signal too much.
There's a lot of back and forth though here too with Spock and Kirk.
It's a real Aaron Sorkin-y kind of opening. They're all like
kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah,
all of them.
Kirk is on 10 right now. And he's stoked when Spock is, because Spock is like, this can't be an Earth vessel, and then Kirk is stoked to find out that he's wrong.
Yeah,
I got it mixed up. Kirk says it looks like an Earth vessel, and Spock is like, it can't be, that's impossible.
No, they even go back and forth on the type too. He's like, that's like a VT-100, or no, he's like, that's a VT-500, and Spock's like, well, no, in fact, I think it's a VT-100, and it's like, seriously,
dorks.
They're both this. I would, if I was on the bridge, I'd be like, it's a ship, it's one of the VTs, like. It's weird enough that it's already out here, guys.
How about we just like figure out what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. They don't even. That's the thing that blows my mind about this episode. They definitely learned a lot of lessons, but they don't bother to look up the history before.
Well, they do, but they can't find it.
Well, that's true. That's right.
There's no records.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because.
True.
And that's
still,
this is they're
kind of
dumb.
piece it together.
Well, but you were wrong about what you said first, like, right. Because they do have an excuse for not doing it first, but you were right because they figure the shit out way before they start being cautious about Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they figure out that he's probably this old Nazi fucking pirate guy from the 1990s. Which in our timeline, we got Limp Bizkit. They got this guy. And it's hard to, it's tough to tell. Tough to decide which is worse, I guess. But Kirk is stoked that Spock is wrong, that they find out that it is an Earth vessel. And I totally forgot what I was getting to there.
They go on the ship, right?
Yeah, they send an away party over there.
But before they go on,
before that,
right? But before they go on, though, Kirk's going to the turbo lift, and as he's going, he's like, "Oh, I need a medical doctor to go with me. Bones, you want to come?" And he's like, "Are you asking me or?" He's like, "No, actually, I'm telling you to come."
Yeah,
come.
Bones goes, "Well, if you're giving me a choice," he goes, "I'm not.
No,
I'm not."
Yeah,
Kirk says, "I'm not." It's great.
It's so funny. And then he goes to the turbo lift, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and we also need that." A 20th century historian, for once they'll do something for a change. What's that one? McGivers? And then he leaves, and Spock's like, it's McGivers. Yeah, to see, it's like, oh my God. It feels kind of nice, that though, old authentic.
Bag. I like how he's like, finally, that historian is going to have something to do. And I like
she just draws all day. What a weirdo.
I love the implication. I love the implication that the reason they never need because they've actually had...
They've used historians before.
Like, there have been lots of... just the week before this, they could have been like, well, this is like an old Earth society. It wasn't. It was the planet where the Ark... But you know what I mean? Like, and also all the time travel. Yeah, and they've also time traveled and such. So Kirk's just being a dick.
I know, it's this is weird.
It is weird. And then just the thought that like she'll finally have something to do. And then it cuts to McIvers, and she's in her quarters doing like watercolor paintings of the world's great dictators.
Yeah,
watercolor paintings of history. So this lady,
it's like a picture of Stalin on the wall.
Yeah, this lady has a fetish for like they say strong historical figures, but we know it's just like genocidal dudes, like dictators, shitheads. Yeah. Not people to be lionized by any means. And they actually joke about that later. But she's painting these great dictators of history. And she gets called to go on an away mission, which is rare. She kind of is like, it's almost like she's like, are you sure are you sure you're not calling the sociologist? Kirk always seems to think I'm useless. And so then they go to the ship, which is called the Botany Bay.
Oh no! Wait, there's
before
that.
But
they
before that,
they go in the transporter room, and he's like, "All right, you ready to go on the ship?" And Bones is like, "I'm not ready to go on this ship. I'm a doctor, damn it. I'm not ready to have my atoms messed with." And I'm like, "Dude, you do this every single week."
I didn't sign up to have my atoms scattered across fucking eternity here and there, and it's like. Honestly, I get it. I would be
it's
scared
hilarious.
of the transporter too, but it's just so funny how salty he is. It's like, dude, you're on a spaceship. Oh,
Yeah, and then
I was gonna. No, the reason I thought it was funny that they needed a historian is like, I like the implication that they never need a historian because they're like, we're already in the future.
yeah,
What do we need a historian for? We're in the future.
No, also though, how Kirk responds to Bones though after Bones complains about the transporter, he's just like, "You're an old-fashioned boy, McCoy."
You're an old-fashioned
like,
boy. I love how he's like, you're like a little
The
baby
funny
boy. My little baby boy McCoy.
You can get it. Don't worry, we'll be fine. And it's like they do this all the time, but it's classic Bones stuff.
And we should have mentioned that they found 60 to 70 very faint heartbeats over on this ship that's been floating for however long.
So that's why they go. Yeah.
And when Spock said the reason there were no records, they said that the reason there was no records in the 1990s is because that was when Earth had their last World War III. And
Eugenics wars.
And Bones says, the eugenics wars.
He kind of smirks. It's a little weird.
And Spock says, yes, when you people thought that you could. And Bones like, whoa, no, not us people. We didn't do the eugenics. It was a group of logical shitheads. Oh, does that sound like anybody you know, Spock? That these were logical shithead Nazis that
Kirk's
thought
like,
that
all right,
logic.
we need to go.
Fuck you, Spock.
Yeah, see, it was all aggressive that whole
it was
morning.
really
in the
weird.
bridge.
It was a weird, and then it's just gonna get
That's
worse.
some interesting writing.
And I'm glad I remembered
That
all
is a
of
good
that
part.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I lost my train of thought earlier. I was trying to explain the eugenics wars. Yeah. So then they go over to this ship, this derelict ship, and they've got these. There's
It's just
all
like
these
shelves of humans.
It's just shelves of humans in drawers. And they said, "Oh, the ship seems like it knows we're coming. It's turned on all the heat and the lights for us because it's probably proximity sensors and it knows somebody's boarding or whatever."
I think Scotty does something too, though, right?
Probably.
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, Scotty says they used to call them transistors, I think.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Oh, I'd love to," and he's talking about the old ship. He says, "Oh, I'd love to tear this baby apart." It's like, keep it in your pants, Scott. Jesus Christ.
There's people on.
I'd love to hold this ship down and fuck it, if you know what I mean. Scotty,
Really
God
fucking
damn,
analyze it.
dude. They used to call them transistors, and also I have a fetish for ships. So Scotty's hilarious. They're all trying to figure out what to do with these popsicle people. And then and the MacGyvers, who's very attractive. We don't have to say that because all the women on this show are like 1960s hot ladies for a reason.
For sure.
And MacGyver sees one of the people and he's very handsome, one of these frozen popsicle men.
And her mouth is just open.
And she's just like, oh my God. And she says, this is a sleeper ship. They were used in space travel because space travel was so slow up until 2018.
And I was like,
They mention a lot of years in this episode where I've been alive.
They're just throwing darts at the wall.
And it's like, I was alive during those years, and that's not what they were like.
What was happening. We had, what is it? Those little shitty hoverboards.
Yeah, 2018 was all the hoverboard fires. That's right. So they so she's and then she's just immediately like sloppy for this handsome. What a handsome group of people, she says, and
they're all sleeping in fishnets.
They're just looking at these
tight
these fishnet sleepers, and they're just like, she's like, oh, look at how handsome they are. You're a fucking creep.
And Scotty's looking at the transistors.
And there you go.
And then just seducing both.
And then she sees Ricardo Montalban in a drawer with a little light on him, and she's just trips over herself on her horniness. And she says the leader unfreezes first. This must be the leader. And then she says some racist shit. She says, from the northern India region, I would guess, probably a Sikh. They were the most fantastic warriors. And if I'd be like, ooh, we actually don't say shit like that anymore. You can't really tell. But anyway, so Khan's gonna die, and they open his thing to save him, and he's raspy voice. He's like, how long?
I knew they were gonna inherently save him. That's how it always starts.
He waggles his jaw a lot. You can tell his jaw hasn't moved in 200 years because he's just like he's really.
Great acting.
How long has it been? And Kirk says, 2 centuries, we estimate. Yeah. And there is no record of the. They get back to they bring Khan back to fucking sick bay.
Mm-hmm.
They've got simple nuclear powered engines on the Botany Bay. Why is there no record of the trip? And Kirk is like, the Botany Bay was the name of a penal colony off the shore of Australia, wasn't it? And Spock says, if you're telling me that you think these were like prisoners that were blasted into space in the 90s when nobody even had fucking clean water,
yeah,
I would say it's pretty fucking illogical.
Why would they? Why would they waste all this money to send these prisoners?
Like Kirk, when the whole world was at war and burning down, and Kirk is like, well, hey, that's just a theory I have. Where's your theory, Spock? And Spock's like, I need more data. And Kirk's like, does it make you irritated to not have data? And he's like,
irritation.
I can't get irritated. That's some human shit. And he's
they're
clearly
just like back and forth. It's crazy.
I just love it. Like Kirk is basically doing the "you mad."
Yeah.
Also
though, there's a really good quote around the beginning where Spock's just always like, "Hey, now insufficient facts always invite danger." So he's just very paranoid, and he's like, "Hey, your theory's ass. It needs to be backed by facts." So
kind of makes
we need
me
to
feel
see
like
what happens. But like they both spell it out to each other.
Yeah,
but they don't really piece it together till it's too late, obviously. But
and so basically, that they go down to sickbay to check on Khan, and Bones is like, "Look, man, this guy has just refused to die. He's like an improved breed of human." And
his heart's twice as powerful as ours. Like
he could lift both of us with one arm.
Yeah.
And he also says, this is kind of foreshadowing. He says, I wonder if his brain matches. Like, is his brain also super smart?
Yeah.
And then Kirk, this is a great scene. Kirk noticed, because when they were on the Botany Bay,
oh my god, yeah.
Kirk like asked McIvers was like drooling over Khan, and Kirk was like, "Hey, do you think this might be the leader? Because he's thawing out first." And she's just like,
and he's like, "Hey, you think this might be the leader? Because he thought it first."
And then
he's like, "McIvers."
And then she goes, "Oh yeah, no, he's the leader. They usually would thaw the leader out first." And then so he's dressing her down, and he's basically accusing her of being too horny to do her job.
Dick about it though, and it's like, Kirk.
And here's the thing though, because he's right. She is too horny, and it does.
She did get distracted.
It does. She does end up going. She does end up doing mutiny or whatever. Hey, but that's
she tries her best. Well, I think
this is what I'm trying to get to here. That I'm babbling about is Khan is fucking eugenics level sexy, right? Like people, like literally societies had to die for him to be designed, and he's like. So Kirk shouldn't be so. In fact, I'm surprised that other like the dude cast members and shit don't talk about like, and they kind of do, I guess. But
no, it's what is it? Bones brings it up.
Yeah, and so basically, Kirk says, and she's like, "Look, I have a professional curiosity in this guy. He's from the time that I study. What the hell?" And he's like,
"Yeah, that too."
He's like professional, not personal. And he's like, men were more adventuresome back then. Wouldn't you agree?
More colorful, more exciting. And I was like, more muscular, more toned.
More adventuresome, he says.
Adventuresome, yeah. It's like, come on, dude.
And she's like, I would agree. So she's saying...
Maybe you have a point.
She's saying, yes, I in general would be horny for somebody from that time, but I am being a professional with Khan. And also, he tells them his name is Khan, right? And it takes them way too long for them to put together that he's this eugenics Khan that went that disappeared in the 90s.
Just Khan, nothing else? And he's like, yeah, Khan. Don't worry about it.
Look, so Khan wakes up. He tries to stab Bones. They have a great exchange. But before I get to that, Khan wakes up and does hilarious Tai Chi.
Oh, yeah, the stretching.
He always does this hilarious Tai Chi before he has to do something.
Gets him like in the zone.
Getting himself all hard to fucking stab a doctor in the neck. And he sneaks up, he grabs a knife. McCoy comes in. Khan grabs him around the throat and holds the knife up to his neck. And of course, Bones is very Bones about it. This is just another day at the office. He's like, yeah, actually, you should just cut me behind my ear. That's going to be the best way to bleed me out without me making any sound.
Yeah, he goes, well, either choke me or cut my throat. Make up your mind.
Choke me or cut my throat.
And then Khan's like, where am I? And then Bones goes, you're in your bed holding a knife to your doctor's throat. And he's like, seriously, though, where am I?
You know what I meant. I meant, like, where is this?
Right. But he, like, leads him on. And then he says, yeah, you should cut under my ear, the carotid artery right here. And he's like, oh, Khan stops.
Because he respects his bravery.
Yeah, he's like, I admire a man.
I admire a man who would be brave.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
And Bones is like, nah, I was just trying to, like, have you shut the fuck up.
Bones is like, I was just trying to avoid an argument.
Yeah.
And he says that Bones says they're on the United Spaceship Enterprise. And then in the next scene, Kirk calls it the Starship Enterprise. They got to figure that shit out.
I'll figure it out eventually, right?
So Kirk is like, Kirk is asking, Kirk basically breaks it to Khan that like only 70 of their canisters are still working. They're not going to unthaw the people until they get to the starbase they're heading to. Khan suddenly gets fatigued when Kirk starts asking about the genetic stuff of the 90s.
Yeah.
And then there's a funny thing. Khan is like, hey, can I read all your ship's manuals and stuff to like keep my mind busy? I used to be an engineer of sorts.
Yeah, right.
He's talking about being a genetics engineer. And of course they give him all the access to everything.
Yeah, he's like,
here's the tapes.
on the computer.
You can learn it all.
Bones will help you how to use these tapes.
Which I think is funny, and it's so funny because Bones should have been like, I'm not a librarian, I'm a doctor or whatever the fuck is that. I'm a doctor, not a fucking librarian, you cuck. So Kirk gives Khan access to everything about the ship, and Khan's like, but I'm sleepy. And this made me...
soon as he fucking pushes him, he goes, I'm fatigued.
We
and
think
Bones
you
is
might
like,
be a space
maybe.
Nazi from the past. Ooh, I'm sleepy now.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I'm a sleepy space Nazi from the past all of a sudden.
Bones, who just had a knife in his neck not even 10 minutes ago, was like, yeah, we should let him sleep.
We should let him get some rest.
Tired. It's like, really?
And I just have to do a quick little aside because so they're basically saying Khan will be fine. He'll read some books, catch up. He'll make it in our society. It's fine.
Oh my God. And then also though, Spock's like, he's just being really thorough with these. And he's like, well, he's got 200 years to catch up, It's ridiculous.
And so Spock knows something's up. And also, remember 2 weeks ago, the episode when they accidentally abducted people like the pilot and shit from the 60s?
Destroyed that plane.
Yeah, and they were like, these people are going to be like garbage apes if we try and fold them into our society.
He's going to bring his family? Like, what the fuck is that going to have to do with
So
us?
they obviously suspect that Khan is like the superhuman, and then they still just let him read 200 years of how to fuck them over, which he does in the next act.
Perfect.
And so they're worried because one of them says afterwards, what if superior ability breeds superior ambition? Basically, Spock thinks that the Botany Bay might be these 80 Napoleons that disappeared during the eugenics war in the 90s.
Yeah, he's like, 80 just happened to disappear at this time, and this one spaceship was gone. And I think they might have just wiped it from the records.
Oh, and it's because they didn't... Yeah, Kirk's like, oh, that's not in the history books. And Spock is like, yeah, would you want people to know you let a bunch of Napoleons escape to space? Fuck, and they might just be
murdered,
out there,
right?
They might just be out there waiting to come back and kill. Oh, everybody got murdered. Like
no, like he was covering up a murder, and that's how like he was able to escape and get the records off or something like that.
Oh, I missed that entirely.
I don't remember though.
Yeah, so I thought it was just because so Spock explains it as the reason that humanity didn't have that in the history books is because they don't want to worry about the 80 Napoleons coming back to fuck up society again. So it's just interesting because then we get like one of the best scenes when McIvers goes to visit Khan in sickbay.
Oh my God, yeah.
And Khan is just immediately negging her. He's like, basically, she's like, I'm a historian. I want to know some stuff about your ship. And he immediately is just like, why do you wear your hair so ugly? It's fucking
gaslighting.
Your hair is fucking grossing me out. Well, it's more like
He's like
negging. It's more like negging than gaslighting. If it was, he does gaslight her. He does gaslight her and the cat and the rest of the crew by being like, true. I'm not, when he's talking like he's not Khan. But yeah, he's definitely negging her like Andrew Tate fucking
I
style.
know, it's
Like,
weird.
and
you look better like this. Why
yeah,
don't
so-
you do this?
So he tells her that she'd look better with her hair down, and she's got her hair up in this super hot, like she's absolutely
Complicated
smoking
bun.
hot lady with a super complicated, attractive lady hairdo, and he's like, "You should wear it down." And then they get up, and he looks in the mirror, and he pulls like 2 or 3 strands of her hair down. And when she walks away from him, it looks insane. Like
Yeah,
she
it
looks
pretty bad.
It looks really bad. He was not.
I'm not sure what the intention was.
They
but
didn't have any stylists in
No.
his. It was like they just used like Khan and fucking Napoleon's genetics and all that. They didn't get around to like having a good stylist.
No, and they just like he pulled like 3 locks and then grabs her neck and stuff, and he's like, "You look so beautiful now."
And then they kiss, and it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then they go to dinner, and before they get to dinner, though, it's like it's the old conference room that they've dressed up like a captain's dinner to welcome Khan.
That's right. Bones was like, "Yo,
And
what's
they-
going on here? This looks great." And then Adam pointed out what's on the table.
Bones walks. So before Bones walks in, they show a close up of the spread on the table, and it's a plate that's got celery sticks on it, and between the celery, it's like shredded red cabbage.
Yeah, it's
And
like
then all the
strands.
bowls are full of the multicolored protein cubes
Yeah, we
that
see
they
the cubes
eat. The
again.
cubes are cubes
Yeah.
that we know and love. But it's just so and they're all drinking like blue Tide or whatever.
They all look like they have their nice little
Yeah, they have their dress uniforms on with the
star pieces
with
on
the
their
shattered
chest.
the
Yeah.
shattered star badges. And Bones is just like, wow, check out this fucking spread. They got the celery sticks and the cubes. Oh my God, blue liquid, get out of here. And this is where they have the dinner, and basically Spock and Kirk kind of tag team conversationally with Khan.
Oh, it's great.
They're like, and Khan's like, yeah, we left in the 90s or whatever. The society was over. We were done with it. And Spock's like, yeah, but wasn't there the war to end tyranny? That was a good thing. And he's like, tyranny? You mean the war to unify everybody? I'm not a Nazi. Oh,
and he's
shit.
like, unify everyone.
Yeah, and
Like a whip.
yeah, like, oh, unified, like
A team of animals under one whip.
Yep.
And he's like, no, nothing like that. And then like they keep pushing him, and he's like, we meant to bring order. And then he
like-
slams the table, and everyone's like,
Whoa, dude, whoa. And
Yeah,
he's like,
Kirk's
and,
like,
and Khan's like,
we?
you got me to admit it.
And then he stands up and he's
shit.
like, I am once again fatigued. May
Yeah.
I go to my quarters, Captain?
oh, being found out as a geneticist Nazi. Oh, makes me so sleepy. Oh, no.
Oh, there's another great quote, though. I forgot. When Kirk's like, you have a tendency to express ideas in a military term, Khan. You need to chill out. And then
Khan
Khan's
says,
like,
some people say social occasions are just warfare concealed. This dude would
It's
fucking suck to hang out
hilarious.
with at a party.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Like, can you imagine you're
Takes
talking
everything so
to
literally.
somebody and they're like talking about like their favorite wars, and
it's
you're
like,
just
"But
like,
actually-"
and you're just like, hey man, you're talking about war too much, and he's like, this party is war. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right. No, it's the better than you smug attitude of like, yeah, but like we're all above this, right? It's like, yeah, we know, but no one cares. Chill out, dude.
Dude, and
You
so
know that. Everyone knows that person.
Khan is so dumb. The jig is up. They
Right, of
send
course,
him
he got caught.
he goes back to his quarters.
I was like, yo, they should have locked his quarters.
Well, they do lock his quarters, and then
That's true, that's true.
Kirk goes and
Eventually.
talks to him, and then Khan uses MacGyver's to get free. But before
Yeah.
that, Khan does his Tai Chi, and he opens his locked door.
That's true.
And so while this is happening, we're finding out that I just feel like Khan must have some pheromones where he can control MacGyver's mind, because, and also the writers obviously thought women were the weaker sex at the time, for sure.
No, this the compendium makes a specific note of that whole relationship of like, this is pretty strange because it is true. Usually in the show, women and men are pretty equal.
Yeah, they
In
do.
fact, it's Kirk that's getting seduced.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I totally agree with that. That
This is like a weird one-off. The writing was weird, dude. People were pissed at each other.
We see Kirk also like, I think that Kirk is like, we talked about this a little bit. He's jealous of Khan because he's like, men were more adventurous back then. And it's like, Kirk, you're pretty adventurous. You're okay.
You know, they wore fishnets and
worry,
stuff.
Kirk,
I could wear
you do
fishnets.
well. Oh, and yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, shit. But before MacGyver's helps Khan escape, Kirk gets like a mask off interrogation with Khan where he's like, I know you're Khan. And basically before that, there was a Scotty and Spock and Bones and Kirk are all talking about
the episode.
They're talking about what they should do, right? And Scotty's like, I've always had a sneaking admiration for this one, for Khan. He was the best of the tyrants, and they're all laughing about it.
Yeah, that's right.
They're all laughing about it, and they're like, "Wait, what?"
Bones or no,
Spock is like, "Wait, you're seriously lionizing this eugenicist monster guy?" And Kirk says, "We can admire him, but disagree with him."
Yeah, and what was it? One of them was like, well, I mean, he technically never was at war until someone attacked him. And
under his reign, under his reign, there was no crime. There were no massacres under his reign.
Wasn't it a week ago, though, that they just freed a bunch of people that were controlled by a computer?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
and they're like joking around about this monster, but
it's hilarious.
They're also dicks. This is like those shitheads, the libertarians. They're like, Hitler was a great public speaker. Like, fuck those guys.
Well, he did get things done. Yeah. Science advanced. It's like, yeah.
I must confess, I've always held a sneaking admiration for this one, Scotty says.
Oh, God.
He was the best of the tyrants and the most dangerous. And this scene where they're kind of like doing their research on Khan, we find out that Khan actually controlled like a quarter of the globe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then he was a ruthless dictator, Spock says. And Kirk's like humans have a stretch of barbarism in us, and it's so funny because
we're a little crazy here.
Because later they explain that Vulcans do too in the series. But yeah, so that's a great scene. It's all the dudes kicking it, confusing Spock by being illogical.
He's like, yeah, that's illogical. And Kirk's like, totally.
And well, that's
completely.
And then Kirk questions Khan. It's a lot of the same notes that they hit at the dinner. And then after Kirk leaves, Khan does his hilarious pre-super strength Tai Chi, and he just grabs the door and opens it. He gets out. MacGyver's helps him go revive his crew. And that's when we see that his crew is all like the dudes are in red jumpsuits, but the women are still wearing their fishnet bodysuits from earlier, which I think is kind of fucked up.
He has suits in his arm too that he could easily
He's
just
carrying suits that he could give them. Presumably he just took those suits from them and said, "No, the women have to keep." It's
to confuse them in combat.
We get to see Khan when he's escaping do a double nerve pinch. That was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
And then how Khan eventually takes control of the
He supposedly has 5 times the strength of a man.
Yes, he's super strength, super smart, super speed. And then how they take control of the Enterprise is Khan sneaks into engineering, turns off life support, everybody passes out.
Turns off the turbo lifts, the communication systems,
the life support.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Eventually they get but they call them turbo elevators.
I mean, he did read the manual, sir, and he's like, God damn it.
You gotcha, Kirk, you fucking idiot. Just because somebody asked for books, why didn't you give him like all the fiction books? Because
right.
he's like, I was a bit of an engineer, and Kirk could have been like, yeah, dude? I know you were an engineer, but we're gonna give you fiction books.
I mean, by some miracle, you get picked up by some military ship and you're stranded. There's absolutely no reason why you would be like, hey, can I have the designs of like this warship? Just cause I'm really curious. I used to be a crewman, back in the day. It's like, oh yeah, sure, here we go. Here's everything we're doing, where we're heading. Like,
here's all the information you need to take over my ship, should you be so inclined. If you're into it, here's all the information to take over my ship if you're nasty. You know?
Right.
And so basically, Khan then puts everybody in the conference room except Kirk. Where's Kirk? He's trying to get the officers, the department heads to help him use the ship to find a planet to basically take over.
Though.
Yeah, he's saying. He says the ship is too complicated.
Yeah,
we need you guys to help us find a planet that we can inhabit. And Spock's like, that you can conquer. And then he's like, they smack Uhura around. They get her to bring up the view screen, and they see Kirk in the decompression chamber. And Khan says, I'm going to kill Kirk if one of you doesn't fucking go along with this.
It's funny, too, how he introduces it, because he's like, since I read the manual, Bones, you know what this machine does, and you know what that meter is saying, so he's dying.
Yep.
And then you see Kirk with this dramatic look on his face.
Everybody is catty bitches in this episode.
It just comes off that way. I mean, I guess once we put the inflection on it.
Basically, he's gonna kill the crew one by one until they agree. McIvers is like, I don't have to watch you torture this guy, right? And he's like, sure, you can leave, but I kind of I thought you wouldn't be such a weak ass.
Yeah, oh, I know, yeah. Dude, see, that's so catty, dude.
And then at the end, spoiler alert, they just give her to him to be negged forever.
Fucked.
We'll talk about how fucked up the ending is in about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So basically, she leaves, and then Uhura, like, sneakily turns off the view screen, and then they're about to hit her again, and he's like, come on, and Khan stops her, and he says, the captain's dead for sure, nobody could survive that. But really, of course, McIvers is helping Kirk break out, because she realizes what Khan's doing is wrong. Spock then they sent Spock down to go in the decompression chamber next. He and Kirk take back the ship. There's a hilarious fight where Khan and Kirk fight, and they have long shots of their stunt doubles again. Really bad stunt double shots.
And it's also in the engineering room again.
In the engineering room where there must be a soft floor in that set or something.
It's a big set too. It's wide. It's got a wide floor.
There's a great shot where Khan squishes Kirk's gun. Yeah. They give him like a super sculpey Play-Doh gun so he can bend it like how Superman bends a gun in the
clips off the end of it.
The Reeves Superman. Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why he didn't just crush his skull, but hey.
Yeah, why wouldn't you you're 5 times as strong as Kirk. It's some of the worst stunt doublery so far. And there's a great shot
flip over each other though. It's cool.
There's a great shot of Kirk putting his legs around Khan's head, awkward, and then it immediately cuts to a stunt double doing some luchador flips.
Yeah, luchadors. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
And so they take back the ship. And there's a really funny shot of McIvers using a hypo spray to knock somebody out, she's just like squirt. It's like a really just really funny shit.
She goes, "I'm taking over your shift. They told me to keep an eye on him just in case he does something funny. So you better go out there." And he's like, "Huh, okay." And he looks the other way, and then she uses a hypo spray in the guy's arm.
And then Spock comes in with the eugenics soldier that's guarding him, and she distracts him. He does the nerve pinch.
Hey, there it is.
There's also a very cool earlier. I mentioned it, but we kind of motored over it. To escape, Khan does like a double nerve pinch to the engineering operator, and pinches both sides of his neck, and it's just like, you're so super, and you need both hands to do what Spock gets done with one.
I mean, it's like if he isn't careful, he just like breaks his neck. I don't know.
So now we get to the end where they have a court-martial kind of thing. They got to figure out what to do with Khan, right?
And it's so proper too. They're all dressed up again, and
it's so stupid
they have
because
a big bell in the middle that Kirk rings 3 times.
And
cracks me up.
It's just ridiculous because it opens with Kirk saying, and so it's Khan and McIvers are at the little table representing the group of eugenics people, of superhumans, and it's so stupid because Kirk is like, it doesn't make any sense to have these people languish in a re-education center. So I'm gonna drop all the fucking charges, and we're gonna drop them off at a harsh but inhabitable planet, and they can start their own society.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
You should definitely send the superhumans to like a facility where people can make sure. Yeah, so he's basically saying, you guys go get tougher.
We'll be right back.
I mean, what does he think? Like, he doesn't think that they're not immediately going to make a radio and trick a trade ship passing through to like come down and then immediately superhuman. The poor Ferengi who show up thinking that they can like make some money off the resources on this planet.
On the planet, yeah.
And then they're like, oh, there's like space Nazis from the past. Oh, shit.
And they're superhuman.
And they're superhuman. Pretty fucked up, Kirk.
I mean, it's great because he's like, well, I guess since you saved me and kind of saved this ship, you could either go with the guy or leave. And she's like, I'll stay. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, I mean, hey, Khan's like, hey, girl, we won't get food for like months. It's going to take forever. And what's her name? MacGyver's.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'll go. I'll do it.
And Khan is like, ooh, tough lady.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
Superior woman.
Dude, you have been treating superior woman.
I was like, you smacked her like
you have been
10 minutes ago.
treating this lady like shit since you met her. And now she's going to go be treated like shit on a savage planet.
That's what I forgot to mention, too. The way he like dupes her into joining him that's really gaslighting. When he's like, you can either stay or leave, but it has to be your choice. And then she's like, I don't know. And then he's like, you're taking too long. Yes or no.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, it's
awful, dude.
He's like, I'm the victim. Oh, you're so mean to me. Oh, why you gotta be so mean?
I'm fatigued.
Just tell me. I'm sleepy now.
Figure it out. Yeah. And then she's like, I guess.
That's like the one scene we missed to like really get into was when he's asking her to betray the captain and to do mutiny.
But anyways, she does help. I mean, technically, like she does save the day.
And that's what Kirk's talking
that's
about.
Why he's like giving her a chance.
They had to figure out what to do with MacGyver's, and he basically
terrible decision to what to do with Khan
and MacGyver's. He's basically saying, "Look, this guy tricked you into helping him do mutiny. We're just going to leave you with him.
In the jungle, the space jungle.
At the risk of sounding,
it's
too
like
PC.
Australia in the 90s.
Fucking ridiculous.
Whatever that meant.
Terribly dumb. And I can't remember how this eventually leads to Wrath of Khan, because I know which we're probably going to watch later. I know that in Wrath of Khan, I think they find him on the Botany Bay. It's like Khan uses the Botany Bay to set a trap.
Didn't they discard that, though?
Yeah, well, it just...
When they thought they won.
Yeah, they let the Botany Bay... they threw the ship away in this episode. And we have to mention the remastered effects, as usual.
They used a lot.
Look fucking great.
Yeah.
The Botany Bay stuff. I watched the side-by-sides for this episode before on YouTube. So good.
Nice. Dude, they're perfect, aren't they?
So good. But yeah, so it's fucked up. It's a dumb ending, I think.
Oh, but
you
then
shouldn't just let a super race of Nazis live on a planet.
But then the title comes back around, and Spock's like, "Huh? I wonder what this space seed will grow." Or no, he says, "I wonder what crop will grow out of this seed you planted, Kirk."
In 100 years, I wonder.
Yeah, that is weird.
Kirk's like, we'll see. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah, and right after the episode ends, I'm like, God damn it, he's so reckless.
Yeah, this is the sound of Kirk washing his hands of Khan. Well,
yeah, right.
He's never gonna use a weird alien to brainwash Chekhov.
Hope that doesn't bite me in the ass later.
But
I almost died and my crew, but we'll leave him on this weird planet.
Ultimately, it was a fucking great episode. Dumb ending just because Kirk is dumb.
Well, of course, but they got to let it continue.
The fact that they were constantly like using the ship's systems.
Oh,
and
it was
like,
so smart. That was my favorite part.
There was just so much going on, and Khan is this legendary character, and a lot of people didn't like a lot of Trek fans.
Didn't like it at first.
Well, no, a lot of Trek fans hated the Benedict Cumberbatch Khan movie, the Trek Into Darkness. I fucking loved it because
I have to watch it.
You haven't seen it yet? Oh, dude, it's fucking great.
I've only seen the first Trek.
There's like the thing about the J.J. Abrams Trek universe is that they have a 9/11 every day. Like every day, it's like, a derelict ship is crashing into the into San Francisco, or like every time they have a chance to destroy a city. I mean,
that's true.
In the
Guardians of the Galaxy, they do that.
Well, and in Picard, the new season of Picard starts with basically a Rick and Morty gag where they use portal tech to drop a city into a hole, and then they open a portal above it and drop the city like on itself.
That's like in
and then they use portals just like Rick and Morty later in the movie or in the episodes. It's so wild.
It reminds me of when in Invincible, when what's that guy's name? The main bad guy, the mustache, the father.
Oh yeah, the
Omega Man,
something like
whatever.
that.
He like takes a whole piece of a planet and like drops it on itself in when he's killing those aliens.
Oh yeah, dude's a dick.
Yeah,
really fucking excited about that later this year.
I know, holy shit. Anyways, but yeah, it was just a strange ending. But I guess like.
But the performances,
MacGyver's was a good, and
she was good.
All the performances was great. This is a really good episode.
Super horny episode.
Yeah,
really into it.
Oh my gosh,
Kirk not being the horniest person is always great.
I think it was funny that he was jealous, though. It came off that way. It was
Very
a very catty episode, though. You're right.
And he's kind of, and it's almost like he's kind of like, well, I mean, these are the product of genetic engineering. It's not a fair fight. Of course they're going to have huge rods.
Seriously.
Of course they're going to have donkey hogs. Like, come on. Why would they engineer them without donkey hogs, for fuck's sake?
They're jacked, sleeping in fishnets.
Yeah, great episode. Lots of good sets. Scotty getting a boner for transistors. Even Scotty was horny at one point.
Yeah, that's right.
For a spaceship.
And and that decompression machine or whatever, I was like, oh, that looks expensive. Like that looked like a nice piece of a prop.
Shit. Yeah, they have the double doors when they open it, like the door within the door, and I bet they're gonna have to use that every episode to make it pay off.
Exactly. I read in the compendium it's a mainstay now in the doctor's office. Now it's a part of the scene, or the set.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
The decompression chamber.
The decompression.
And at the end, when Khan is like talking to Kirk on his way out, Kirk's like, "Are you excited about going to this new planet?"
Oh,
And Khan is like, "Have you read Milton?" And Kirk's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Then yes, I am." And Kirk's like, "I get it." And then Scotty's like, "Oh, I hate to be a bad Scotsman and say I'm not up on my Milton, but what's he referencing?" And it's when Lucifer falls into hell. He says it's better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. Mm-hmm. And like, Kirk, you just let Lucifer go free and start a fucking what is wrong with you?
It was weird.
And that is the official Trek in the Valley walkthrough of Space Seed. For recommendations, and also if you've been listening to the show, we talk about like what we're watching, what we're doing. I actually started a few things just because I was trying to find stuff to watch. I started Carnival Row.
How's that?
It's good, but I don't know that I can like recommend it really, but it's definitely something to watch.
I mean, if you like Orlando Bloom, right?
And it's definitely got, the Davigny,
the lady.
She's great. I really like her. She's awesome in Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, that's right. That's just a good show, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Surprisingly, I wanted to hate it because it definitely seems like lib shit. Like it seems it seems like it's basically made for people who are Steve Martin.
Yeah, but I'm super jealous of what's her name, Selena Gomez. That's like everyone's dream to collab with them, right? Like that's awesome.
And she's really fucking good.
And she does a good job. So it's
really
like that's
good.
what I hear. That's what makes it good.
But Carnival Row,
Anyways,
Carnival Row is about this, and I don't know if it's based on books or whatever, but it's about this world where there's fairies and shit, and the fairyland has all these resources.
It's like in the olden times, though.
Sort of, right? Yeah. It's like very steampunky with fairies.
That's what it is.
And Orlando Bloom looks like he's aged 450 years since they made those Hobbit movies. Like, I didn't even recognize him at first, but he's really good too. And yeah, like I said, I don't know.
Actor.
I don't know if I can like recommend it. But I did watch. And yeah, I haven't really watched any movies that I could recommend. But there's The Mandalorian. It just seems like of course.
Yeah,
but holy shit, new Mandalorian was real good.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I was trying to think of...
I think there's like a couple scenes that were stinkers for me, but then they like immediately wipe that off your memory by having like the Babu Frick alien interact with...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that and bad baby.
Battle too.
When he calls Baby Yoda a bad baby for trying to eat him, like I'm dead, dude. That show can do no wrong for me. What about you? You watch anything, playing anything, listening to anything cool that you want the listener of Trek in the Valley to know about?
I don't know, huh? I'm not sure. I haven't really had anything too crazy lately.
We're recording too often now.
Just a lot of singles that came out. A lot of good R&B. Kali Uchis. Kali. She's a very good singer. She came out with a new record this weekend. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, just more electronic music too. There's this guy named Eprom. He came out with a new single for his new record coming up. It's this whole weird theory where it's like a concept album where he started posting these weird little kind of like these Twitter ads, but it's like corporate logos, but he made them like these weird little different companies and is like making this whole world of like these weird corporations, and every song is like a different weird little like corporation that like he kind of made up, I guess. I don't know. It's some weird robot shit, and like people are trying to figure out like what he's doing. So it's exciting.
Cool.
I'll have to show you that later. Yeah.
Oh, check it out. I'm excited about maybe seeing Creed 3 at some point.
Oh, that's right. That came out.
I'm such a sucker for the Rocky movies in general because I grew up with them, and then I really loved Rocky Balboa and Creed. So I'm all down for that. But yeah, thanks for coming on this journey with us to talk about Space Seed. Next week, we're going to be discussing the episode. I have it at the top of my notes here. Next week is A Taste of Armageddon.
A Taste of Armageddon, huh?
What
That's
could
strange.
it be? I bet they time travel.
But like, okay, wait, sorry, I feel like we didn't cover it enough. But like, what did you think of Khan and all that? Like, although obviously he's a great villain, but
well, okay, so yeah, let's take it back.
implications.
So I suppose as like somebody who is an anti-fascist person like myself,
is that fucking crazy what he did?
It's awesome. Like it's such a great story. The fact that they find this relic from a time when Earth was like completely fucking the most savage it's ever been,
but
basically.
They do like the opposite of what they do with the guy in the 1960s. Like with the guy in the 1960s, he was like, oh wow, this is a spaceship. He'll is crazy.
Never make
Whoa. And then Spock's like, he's never done anything amazing. Oh, but his grandkid did, so we better bring him back. You know, it's like, whereas Han, they're just like, here we go, read everything. This is great.
There's definitely like inconsistencies episode to episode in this season.
Oh, for sure.
Like there are definitely
I think they're setting something up though, right? They had to.
No, it's pretty episodic, dude. Like this
just felt so weird though, that ended like that.
Yeah, I mean maybe they think they'll go back to it, but I don't think they do. There's not like another Khan episode.
Oh, of course, no.
Until the movie, yeah. So, but I love the story. I love the fact that they find a gross space Nazi.
Crazy though. That's big enough for the movie.
I love stories about eugenics. Like I really liked Gattaca, and I'm fascinated by that shit, and it's very prescient now because there's a lot of bullshit eugenicist arguments for like shit. Masking and shit for not masking, and just in general how people oftentimes don't even know that what they're talking about is eugenics. Like they're like, hey, so what if disabled people die? I mean, whatever. And it's like, no, that's eugenics. You're doing eugenics by not wanting to wear a mask in a fucking hospital, you dipshit. Yeah. That's eugenics.
People just like don't care about most other people.
Oh, and yeah, I'm glad you had us go back to it because we didn't mention that Khan is like, I have 5 times your strength. And as he was going after Kirk,
he got his ass kicked.
Kirk just pulls out a pipe from a pipe hole. They have They have a bunch of big screws that he pulls one out and he bonks Khan in the tummy.
Apparently, it's heavy enough.
And then he hits Khan a bunch of times in the back until he's knocked unconscious. Mm-hmm.
It's a silly fight, but it's fun.
What did you think about about Khan and what it said about society in this future 1990s?
I don't know. It was kind of grim. I mean, he was very positive for being like space travel, or at least attempting space travel in the 90s or whatever, right?
Well, no, they had lots of space travel.
Oh, that's true. But what is it? Interplanetary?
Yeah, I mean,
intergalactical.
They were just leaving. They were just
weird.
They were just piecing out because everybody wanted to kill them. They weren't like being space travelers.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but they were saying like it's positive for the writing back then to think like, oh, by the 90s we'll figure out space travel.
I thought you meant Khan. Yes,
no, of course not.
Very optimistic for them to think that by 2018 we would have essentially warp travel.
Oh yeah.
So definitely, yeah, you're 100% right about the
and
fact
especially the dating. That's funny too. But I think the episode was really, really good. It was just like, I don't know. I felt I guess a little stretched out at the end, but it just tied it all, in a nice little bow, especially with the last line. But it's just the implications. It just feels so reckless compared to the other episodes.
Ridiculous that Kirk would follow protocol in other cases. It just really makes me think
that it is funny too.
It's just because Kirk...
So it makes it a good episode.
It goes back to the Hitler was a good public speaker. It goes back to what they were talking about around that table.
Oh, that's right. Maybe they did.
Kirk
really
is like, I do
him,
respect... it would be a waste. It
was hard
man,
to kick his ass.
What a fucker. Now I'm mad at Kirk.
It was really reckless.
Ridiculous.
Dude, everyone at the table was like, wait, what?
Absolutely fucking ridiculous, Kirk.
Anywho.
Now I'm mad. I'm glad you had us go back to talk about that.
I know, I just had to make sure we were all set on that.
Next week, we're talking about A Taste of Armageddon.
I heard that seems more peaceful. I saw a picture of Spock.
No, that's the next one, I think.
The one after that?
I think it's the one after that. Okay. Yeah, where a lady's got Spock's head in her lap. Oh. She's rubbing his temples.
Oh, yeah, that is the one after, I think.
So listen to the bumper, follow us, rate, review, subscribe. Ratings and reviews on shit like iTunes really do help people find us. So do that and follow me on my Twitter. That's in the bumper. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one.
Peace out. Con! Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Trek in the Valley that we probably recorded before we named the podcast or really knew to promote things. You can find out any information about our podcast by following me, Adam, at Adam Quesnell. It's not how you pronounce it, it's how I say it for your benefit. ADAMQUESNELL on Twitter, or at FAQRulesUYOU at Instagram. Follow. I promote the show. You'll know when and where you can get it on more platforms, so it's on your platform of choice. Thank you so much, and reach out on either of those platforms if you want to tell us anything about the show. Also, I know that we're supposed to say this, like and subscribe, whatever that means. Thanks so much.